This is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote Sports, USD falls to rival SDSU in football, and Coyote News' Sean Bauer previews the volleyball team's upcoming trip to the Summit League Championship. I'm Erica Arpan.
And I'm Anthony Gosh. Coyote athletes in several different sports are making headlines on the national stage. But first, the headlines. Levi?
The University of North Dakota has chosen the Fighting Hawks as its new nickname. UND hasn't had a nickname since 2012 after the NCAA found its previous nickname, the Fighting Sioux, offensive to Native Americans. Fighting Hawks beat out the Rough Riders for the official mascot. A friendly soccer game between Germany and the Netherlands was canceled yesterday after a bomb threat was made. This cancellation came just 4 days after the Paris terrorist attacks, when bombs went off near a soccer stadium. No explosions have been found and no arrests have been made from the threat. The Houston Rockets have fired head coach Kevin McHale after starting the season 4-7. McHale, who led the Rockets to the Western Conference Finals last year, had a 193 and 130 record in 4+ seasons as Rocket head coach. And those are your headlines.
USD fell to rival SDSU 30-23 on Saturday at the Dakota Dome. The Coyotes led the Jacks 20-10 heading into the fourth quarter, but were unable to hold the lead. SDSU junior quarterback Zach Luan replaced starter Taryn Christian in the fourth quarter and rallied the Jacks for the 7-point win. Ryan Sager threw for 266 yards and accounted for both USD touchdowns, while freshman running back Michael Frederick ran for 143 yards to lead the Coyotes. The loss drops USD to 5-5 on the year and 3-4 in the Missouri Valley Conference play. They conclude their regular season on Saturday at Illinois State. A win will make the Coyotes eligible to be selected for the FCS playoffs.
USD junior Miles Bergner has been named to the both College Football Performance Awards FCS Place Kicker Award watch list and the Punter Award watch list. In addition, defensive end Andrew Van Ginkel has been named to the CFPA FCS National Freshman Performer of the Year watch list. Bergner is one of 34 place kickers and one of 34 punters on the list. Van Ginkel is the only defensive lineman selected to the 32-person freshman list. The award winners will be announced on January 13th. More Coyote athletes are making a splash on the national stage as senior cross-country runner Amber Eichhorn qualified for the NCAA National Championships for the second consecutive year on Saturday. Eichhorn placed 8th at the NCAA Midwest Regional in Lawrence, Kansas. She was the 4th individual not on a qualifying team to finish, which earned her her automatic berth. Eichhorn will be competing in Louisville, Kentucky on Saturday morning at 11 for the national championships.
The USD Volleyball team has earned the 5th seed in the Summit League Conference Tournament. Coyote News' Sean Bauer has more on the team's upcoming match.
Thanks, Erica. The Coyotes clinched the 5th seed with a win over Fort Wayne on Sunday and a loss by Oral Roberts. I sat down with Brittany Jessen to talk about the team's expectations going into Friday.
So you guys were down 2-0 on Sunday. You were able to come back and get the win. How were you guys able to do that?
I think just our determination in that moment. Losing 2 games at the beginning is tough to come back, but between the break of game 2 and 3, we really just decided to make that change. We made some small adjustments, but really just being more aggressive and just focusing all together, everyone on the same page that we were going to win that game.
Now, with that comeback win, you guys gained some momentum. Do you think that'll help you at all coming into Friday's game against North Dakota State?
Yes, definitely. We're split 1-1 with North Dakota right now in conference. So it's anybody's game, neutral site at Denver. It'll be a really good game. So this week we've been watching film and focusing on things we can do and just playing to our strengths, really focusing on what we're best at and focusing on some of the things that they struggle with. So, yeah.
Okay, like you said, you guys split your season series with North Dakota State. What will you have to do on Friday in order to beat them?
I think get out to an early lead. A big jump, especially in the tournament, builds confidence for us and is deflating for the other team. So that's a really important thing. Also, just focusing on the game plan and playing relaxed. I think in some of these moments, a conference tournament can bring up a lot of nerves, but just staying calm and knowing what we always do.
All right, now conference tournaments, it's win or go home. What have the coaches been telling you guys to not put too much pressure on yourselves?
I think that they're very good at knowing what to say in certain situations. Sometimes they're very honest and aggressive of the things that they want fixed, and sometimes they know just to build us up with confidence and really get us refocused. I think they're very good at knowing now that when comes Friday, they've done all they can and we've done all we can to prepare, so it's really just about performing. So I think they're very good at keeping our nerves down.
Thanks, Sean. Last night, the Coyote women's basketball team fell to Northern Iowa. Kate Liveringhouse led all USD players with 11 points, while Margaret McLeod added 6 points and 6 rebounds. The Coyotes were without Nicole Seekamp, who can't play for the team's first 2 games due to her reinstated eligibility. USD falls to 0-2 on the year. They play Kansas State tomorrow night in Manhattan. The Coyote men went 1-2 this past weekend at the Northern Illinois Showcase. USD dropped its first 2 games against Wright State and Northern Illinois, but won their final game against CSUN 76-72. Coyote senior Eric Robertson scored a career high of 16 points to lead the Coyotes, while Trey Burnett and Casey Kasperbauer each added 13 to the win. The Coyote men traveled to Manhattan, Kansas on Friday to take on Kansas State. On this week's Reiners Report, Devin discusses the possible downfall of one of his favorite NFL players.
Peyton Manning entered last Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs just 3 yards shy of the NFL career passing yards record held by Brett Favre. Manning broke the record on a 4-yard completion in the first quarter. The game was stopped so the fans could celebrate the moment along with Peyton. However, the cheers didn't last long. Peyton played arguably his worst game of his career, completing only 5 passes and throwing 4 interceptions before being replaced by backup quarterback Brock Osweiler in the third quarter. This hasn't been the season people are used to seeing from Peyton. He isn't making the throws we've seen him make his entire career. Now he's going to be missing some time with a torn plantar fascia. Could this be the end of Peyton Manning? Unfortunately, I think it is. Even if he is able to get healthy and return to the Broncos lineup this season, I don't see him returning to what he was. And I don't see him playing past this season. He's the all-time leader in touchdown passes and passing yards. He has a Super Bowl ring and is almost certainly a first-ballot Hall of Famer. He will go down in history as the quarterback who transformed the passing game in the NFL, and I think he is one of the top 3 quarterbacks to ever play the game. I hate seeing a great player like Peyton Manning decline because of age, but he was definitely fun to watch. And that's the Reiners Report.